Hello everyone, welcome to Anime Live, focusing on the darker, greasier corner of the anime universe. Anime Live aspires to entertain and educate those already engulfed in this anime culture, and those who are questioning whether anime is worth their time. I'm your host, Jesse Bombardier, bringing you something unique, engaging, and at times probably a little messed up. Let's sit back, discuss, and rage about our favorite art form. Welcome to Anime Live. Thank you everyone for joining us today for our second episode of Anime Live. I am here once again with the lovely Nicole, and today we'll be talking about anime music for starters and do some reviews on some of the best, most iconic, most famous anime soundtracks out there, which I am very excited about. Then after that, after we take our break, we'll be going into a kind of trivia-like game show where we're going to be testing Nicole to see what exactly she knows. And that's going to be really interesting. So in this section now we're going to be looking at one of my favorite elements of anime is the soundtrack. Even though it's a visual medium, I love talking about the soundtracks in them because they are so empowering. They can make you feel happy, they can make you feel sad, they can embrace all these different kinds of emotions. As soon as you hear the opening theme song, you know what this is and you get hyped. I love it. And for that reason alone, we're going to be looking at three different music pieces today. So first we're going to start off with an iconic one, something that everyone in the industry kind of knows more or less, something of the Dragon Balls, of the Pokemon, of Pokemon first opening, I should say, the Full Metal Alchemist opening, Cowboy Bebop, Evangelion, any of those, the iconic themes. We're going to be playing one of them right now, and we're going to be listening to it and analyzing why it's so impactful to the industry. In the second one, we're going to be doing one of my guest choice. You're going to be playing one of your songs. And then finally, I'm going to be ending it off with one of mine, personal choices. So this way you get a little bit of an experience of everything. You get to know what's good, what generally people are thinking is really good in the industry. You get my opinion and you get my guest's opinion. So without further ado, I think we should just get right into it. Let's play the first theme. Alright, here we go. This is an iconic theme.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Alright, have you ever heard that piece before?
Nope.
Never heard it at all?
Nope, never.
Alright, that is the Cowboy Bebop Tank opening, or the Cowboy Bebop opening called Tank. It is classic anime music. This is an anime from the 90s. We've mentioned it earlier, I believe, already, Cowboy Bebop. this is one of the animes that really define the industry. And its opening goes a long way in creating its legacy, I would say. Just not in the just not in the soundtrack alone, even though it's really good, but even the visuals, which you guys, if you're watching the visual version of this podcast, then you'll be watching too. Oh yeah, there's a visual version. And yeah, just everything about that, the audio and visual, and in combination how it works together, it's really good. And so what do you think of it?
Of the visual? Or the
Um,
audio?
Oh, let's start with the visual. What do you think of the visuals in it?
I liked the silhouettes. I thought it was really cool. You could definitely tell it's from the 90s.
Yeah. It is older, but
Yeah.
I think it aged well personally.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, I love the dramatic colors too, like all the popping colors. Really good. All right. What do you think of the audio in it?
I didn't expect it at all.
Yeah, it's not very anime-esque
No.
when you think of anime.
No. It's very upbeat and just jazzy.
Yeah, maybe that's why it's considered to be so beloved, because it's so different in this. When you think of anime soundtracks, I don't know, you kind of think of something pumping up, something rock, maybe. I don't know, how would you describe it? The energizing, just get you ready.
No, not even that. Just, I don't know. A lot of what I've heard is just very like mystical.
Oh, that's a good way to describe
and that
it.
is not like, that's just full jazzy. That's like all instrumental. Like other things are just more like fantasy to me.
Mm-hmm. And how about that ending too, with the trumpet?
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
So good. So I love that theme, and it's highly respected among the community. If you look at forums or anything, or reviews, this may be considered to be the greatest anime opening of all time. It's definitely up there, that's for sure. According to like the mass population,
Yeah.
it's just iconic in every sense of the word. Yeah, like even like an IMDb list or a personal YouTube, a lot of times this is either top of the openings every single time. And as you listened and saw, you can see why it's just really good. So now we're going to be moving on to my guest choice, and they're going to be playing their opening, and I'm excited to hear what this is. So they're going to load it up, and we're going to give this a listen. I think it's just about ready, so let's listen to what Nicole has to offer as her music choice. So I would guess what that was, but as I helped you set it up, I can already see that that was the Death Note second ending.
Yep.
All right, why did you choose that?
I like that song a lot. I like metal, so it was like the perfect song for it.
That was really different from our first song.
I didn't expect metal to be in anime, so that was a happy surprise.
Oh, okay, I guess other people can see that too. Like, yeah, there's everything, right? Where we've done jazz, now metal.
Yeah.
This is just the first episode.
That's cool.
Yeah, so why, so you said why you chose that theme. as a song in general, why do you like it? Like with the visuals, like I get why it's different because it's metal and like that's not something you expect. But as compared to maybe other metal, like why did you like this song? Like what parts even?
I like when it slows down a bit.
Yeah, that part's cool, and the visuals are cool with it too.
The visuals are really good. I think Death Note does a really good job at just like outlining the anime and the opening and closing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the visuals. Like they don't spoil it, but once you catch on to like more of the clues as you go along in the show, like as you're watching the opening and closing, you can see and be like, oh my god, like this is what's happening.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I really like how they do that.
Yeah, it's really good. The first opening of Death Note, I would argue, is not as good as the second opening.
Song wise, no,
Yeah,
it's goofy.
Yeah, it's something. But we're talking about the ending. The second ending I think is way better than the first two. I kind of having a hard time remembering. I think the first ending was something similar to the first opening, right? It's the same singer.
Oh, I don't even remember. I just like shut it off onto the next episode
Exactly.
quick.
Yeah, exactly. The first one was very forgetful. The second one though, this one that we just listened
Yeah.
to, it's really cool. And it matches like the second opening too, which is I'd say iconic, which you maybe might expect on a future episode. The second opening of Death Note is classic.
Oh my god.
With yeah, like when you think of metal anime like openings, I don't know what else you would think of.
No, and it actually sounds good in the one that I just chose, but the other song is just like goofy.
Yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about.
Oh, I know. Yeah, yeah. We're sticking to the good stuff here. Maybe we'll have a rip on the anime section.
But I do like the visuals better for season 1 or part 1.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it represents L and light really well.
Yeah. Real quick, just talking about like the visuals in combination with the audio, because that's what I actually always like. One of my favorite things to experience with like openings and endings is the visuals are good, the audios are good, but how do the visuals complement the audio? You know, like how do they work together? Endings are typically way less production, like a lot of repeating, like as you just saw in this ending. It's he's just in an elevator for like long period of time, like they don't want to put too much effort into the ending. They put way more effort into the opening, clearly.
Oh, definitely. But I thought the opening was way more like confusing. Like there's too much going on.
That's true.
So I kind of like the simpleness, and when it did like the frame per frame, like showing L when it slowed down, that was really cool.
At the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that because I don't want to spoil much, but you're watching that, and this is in the second season. You see that, and you're like, wait, what the heck? Why is he on the ground? Why is he looking dead? Like
There was a couple things like, can I say a small spoiler?
Okay, well we're giving
spoiler alert.
Yeah, I wanted to keep this podcast spoiler free, but you're gonna bring up the spoilers.
You can't
The small
help it
one.
with me, you know it.
Okay, I do. So what's this small one?
When they showed that.
Don't give like the big spoilers.
Oh, I'll try not to.
Well,
When they showed.
I'm cutting you out then.
Okay, when they showed a noose
Okay, yeah.
in one of the opening or ending, I can't remember which one it was, but that really got me and you questioning it
Yeah.
and debating it, like, oh my god, what does this mean? Oh, this is
Yeah.
bigger than we thought it was, and then it turned out it really wasn't.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Oh my god, I know.
That was just like symbolic.
There's tons of stuff. Yeah, symbolic and like Death Note that you're like, what's this connection? What does this have to do? Why is
Like
this
Breaking
relevant?
Bad.
Yeah, there we go. Making shout out to you non-anime fans, so you can have something to relate to. You're like, oh yeah, I've watched Breaking Bad. All right, so let's move on to the final song, which is going to be my choice, and I have it right here. So let's give it a listen.
そして恋する僕たちは愛の手前ですれ違う伝えたいのにたまり込む Take me to the perfect world 坂道を空へ登れば
All right, so do you know what that one was?
Yes.
What was it?
It was the Spice and Wolf ending for season 2.
Yep, that it was. And you had some funny reactions as we were listening to that, so we're gonna get into that. But first, I'm just gonna explain my own opinions on the song.
Okay.
I absolutely love that song. It's my favorite song in the entire show, and it has that weird singer that it sounds really questionable. And I think I've shown other people, and they've thought like they're like, what the heck? And the first ending theme is really weird. It's like a nursery rhyme. But this one's kind of like more of like a Japanese pop kind of thing. So like I don't know, and I have no clue why. I just feel like the transition from when you're watching it and then the show and then the ending comes up and then you just hear that song. I'm like, oh, it's so good. I may be alone in this. This is why this is my personal opinion. I didn't want to pick like something. I want to pick something different, something most people haven't heard. Death Note, Cowboy Bebop, we know those. This is Spice and Wolf. This is the second ending of Spice and Wolf.
If you've made it that far.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you were even saying you like the first opening a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah, the first opening is the one, if anyone knows Spice and Wolf music, that's probably the one they're going to know. That's the most known. It's really good. But yeah, this is my personal choice, so I just love that one. So you had some funny thoughts about that. Let's hear all about... You said you barely even recognized that, though.
Because I watched a sped up version. That's why. It just sounds different.
Oh, okay. That must have sounded really weird sped up. Like,
but no, I would just skip past the ending songs. Like, sometimes I do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like a big anime no-no.
No, okay. Well, I'm going to cut you. Hold on. I'm going to let you finish, but I'm just going to say... This is something I always do. If I always watch the opening and I try to do the ending. If it's a bad ending, I won't do it. Even if it's a bad opening, I'll try. I always, because it creates the feel. Even if you're binge watching like 10 in a row, I watch the opening and it sets it up for the episode to go into. I watch the ending because that's how the creators want you to end it on. This isn't just like a you thing. This is I've talked to many people and they all say they skip the stuff after like the third or second time they hear it.
Okay.
So you're not alone in that. That's not an anime community thing. That's in my opinion. If anyone else does that, then that's awesome. You're not alone. I'm doing it with you. And we should get more people doing that. But yeah, continue your thoughts on what you thought of that.
Visually, it was okay. Like, I didn't mind it. I thought that maybe the first season was a little better for the ending thing.
You like the nursery rhyme more?
No, visually though.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're pretty similar. They both have like that kind of like storybook kind of still image.
Yeah, I didn't mind some of it. Like a couple of the pictures,
yeah.
I looked like, what?
Yeah, the moon or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, the moon one. Like, was that supposed to be Holo?
This
like...
is why this isn't supposed to be your first anime.
Some of it was weird, but I mean, Spice and Wolf is weird, so. Don't take offense, you know I like it.
No, I'm not taking offense. I just want to hear your opinions on it. And the song, what did you think of it?
It was really slow, and I didn't like the voice.
Yeah, the voice is really weird. It kind of sounds like a child almost. Like, I don't know.
It's creepy.
Yeah, it is, but I love it. Anyway. That's all you have to say about 0 10.
Give it a solid 1
all
out
right.
of 10.
Oh, that's good. That's a little bit of hope. So yeah, that's all our songs that we have today. Iconic, my opinion, guest opinion. I think we covered some good ground. We had a slower Japanese pop kind of thing. We had some metal and we had jazz. So I think we covered the biggest area we possibly could in music, and that was like your choice and everything too. So it's funny how that worked out like that. Yeah, I really love the segment. I wanted the entire show on this segment. But yeah, we're going to be moving on now. After the break, we're going to be talking. We're not going to be talking. We're going to be questioning. This casual conversation is going to end. Yeah, you're going to be on a game show called Do You Know Your Anime?
Okay.
All right.
I got this.
Yeah, you're going to be put on the spot. Let's do this. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
All right, well, return and do that.